Grandpa Bill, story time with Grandpa Bill. It's Grandpa Bill's story time. Yay! Hi, I'm Grandpa Bill. Welcome to Grandpa Bill's story time. Come on in, make yourself comfortable, and we're going to sit down and read a good book. Okay, today's story is The Magic School Bus at the Waterworks by Joanna Cole, illustrated by Bruce Deegan. There's always an adventure waiting on the Magic School Bus. Let's see what we're going to do today. The Waterworks. Our class really has bad luck. This year we got Miss Frizzle. She's the strangest teacher in school. We don't mind Miss Frizzle's strange dresses or her strange shoes. It's the way she acts that really gets us. Miss Frizzle always grows green mold on old pieces of bread. She makes us build clay models of garbage dumps, draw diagrams of plants and animals, and read 5 science books a week. See, this is how mold grows. She says, "Listen, Arnold, it's learning to talk." Does that mean we'll get an A? Down, Liz. She's talking to the lizard. She write on the chalkboard, "Remember, trip to the Waterworks tomorrow." Other classes go on trips to the zoo or even the circus. Guess where we went on our class trip? To the Waterworks. Boring. Typical. And to get ready for the trip, Miss Frizzle made us spend a whole month in the library. We had to find out exactly how our city gets its water, down to the last drop. We also had to collect 10 interesting facts about water. He says, "I don't think there are 10 interesting facts about water." She says, "Maybe 4.5. Learn all about water. In the parking lot, the old school bus was waiting. To our surprise, there was no bus driver. Instead, the Frizz herself was behind the wheel. She says, "Oh no, not the octopus dress. Let's pretend we don't know her." At the end of the block, the bus went into a dark tunnel. When we came out, something amazing had happened. The bus looked a little different. We looked different too. Everyone was wearing a scuba diving outfit, even Miss Frizzle. Oh, they're wearing scuba gear. See all the octopuses all over the bus? And this person says, "I want my mommy." Oh, they're gonna learn all about water. Miss Frizzle was the only one who didn't seem to notice the change. She just drove on. In the middle of the bridge, the bus started to rise into the air. Look at it, it's going up, 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 up. As you know, class, water is always evaporating from the lakes, rivers, streams, and oceans. Arnold, are you paying attention? It went up right up into the clouds. I knew I should have stayed home today. I want my mommy. You said that already. So they're acting just like water. Water evaporates from the lakes and streams up into the clouds. That's where they're going. Then Miss Frizzle did the weirdest thing ever. She told everybody to get out of the bus. The kids didn't want to go, but Frizzy threatened to give extra homework if we didn't. Some kids stuck their heads out of the cloud and looked down. There were mountains down there, and the clouds were going higher every minute. Oh, they're in the clouds. "I'll take the homework." You looking down? It was getting colder too. All around us, drops of water began to form, and the drops got bigger, and we got smaller. "Help, we're shrinking. I was already small for my age." Before long, each kid was the size of a raindrop. In fact, each kid was in a raindrop. The drops began to fall. Miss Frizzle's class was raining. "Stay together, children." Eee! It's a good thing I brought my umbrella. We fell into a clear mountain stream and began flowing down the mountainside. A relaxing day on the water. Watch out for rocks, children. They're learning to be water, right? Yeah. In no time, we reached the reservoir that holds water for our city. We were going into the water purification system. This class trip was not so boring after all. This is great. Yay! What's that? We have reached the reservoir, children. Follow me to the water purification system. Are you listening, Arnold? Not really. There they are. They're going into it. The water in the reservoir was pretty dirty. We were covered with dirt and mud. Follow me to the mixing basin, shouted Miss Frizzle. In the mixing basin, a clumping substance called alum was added to the water. The alum formed globs, and all the dirt and mud stuck to the globs. See, he's like, yuck, watch out for the globs. That's the mixing basin. This is the settling basin. On to the settling basin, ordered the Frizz. There the globs sank to the bottom, and the clean water flowed off the top. Now we were on our way to the filter. See, so all the dirt sticks to this little globby stuff that's called alum, and it all falls to the bottom, and then the nice clean water stays on the top. Everyone swim up. Whoop. This was the sand and the gravel filter that takes out any impurities still in the water. We were impurities. We couldn't get through. Luckily, Miss Frizzle showed us a special way around the filter. When the water came out of the filter, it was sparkling clean. See how the water goes through the gravel and the sand that goes down? And it's all super clean down here. Class, these layers of sand and gravel strain out the tiniest bits of dirt left in the water, even most of the disease germs. So they found a way out. Yep. How the water gets clean, right? The water that we drink. In the pipe from the filter to the storage tank, a chemical called chlorine was added to the water. Chlorine kills any remaining disease germs. A trace of fluoride was also added to keep kids from getting so many cavities. The water had come all the way through the purification system. We thought our trip was over, but Frizzy had other ideas. Everybody into the storage tank, she shouted. Whoop, here they go. See, the fluoride and the chlorine are added to the water. Where's the bus? Before we knew what was happening, we were whooshed out of the tank and into a pipe that carries water to our city. Here it goes. Follow me, class. And the pipe's under the ground, right? Then we went into water mains, the pipes that run under the city streets. See how the water? Oh, look at this little mouse down here living under the ground. The force of water as it moves through the pipes is called water pressure. Go with the flow, kids. Woo! A smaller pipe carried us to a building. We went up into the pipes, into the walls. There they go. Eek! When a 7th grader turned on the faucet in the girls' bathroom, we came splashing out. The building was our school. We were back. We were our regular size again. We were dressed in normal clothes again, except for Miss Frizzle, of course. So they all came out as little drops of water, and then boop, they became big again. Line up, class. What a fun trip. Back in the classroom, Miss Frizzle acted as if nothing strange had happened. She started feeding the class lizard, and she put us right away to work. And we had to make a chart showing how water gets to the homes and buildings in our city. When Arnold drew a picture of a kid inside a raindrop, Miss Frizzle said, "Where did you get these crazy ideas, Arnold?" That's because they just did it, right? Wow. See all the stuff they learned? Here is how the water chart turned out. See, they made a whole picture of the water. The rain comes down, the clouds, rain falls to the earth, some falls into streams, some streams run into the city's reservoir. In mixing basins, dirt and mud stick to alum clumps. In settling basins, clumps of alum and dirt sink to the bottom. And sand and gravel filter takes out the last impurities. In the pipe to the storage tanks, fluoride is added for stronger teeth. Chlorine is added to kill every last disease and germs. Then the pure water is held in the storage tank. Water mains carries water out of the city streets into our homes and buildings. That's it. That's how the water works. Yeah. Later that day, we saw the old bus in the school parking lot. How did that get there? Did we only imagine going through the water supply system? Would we ever find out what really happened? She says, the last time I saw the bus, it was in a cloud, I think. Miss Frizzle says we'll be studying volcanoes next. It makes us all feel a little nervous. After all, with a teacher like Miss Frizzle, anything can happen. This little girl says, there aren't any volcanoes around here, are there? I'm sure they'll find some. It's always a fun time with Miss Frizzle and the Magic School Bus. Thank you for sharing this book with me today. Come back again for more stories with Grandpa Bill. Goodbye.